Ah!
What are we doing today?
What's the goal?
The goal?
What's the goal?
Pancakes.
Yeah,
Pancakes now.
I take it small goals. I don't try to do like a big. So right now it's pancakes. And then the next will be get the Jeeps to my house.
And then we'll go from there.
Yeah, makes it they not get over.
I did take some of that CRC like penetrant stuff and sprayed everything last night. So hopefully
That'll be good.
that
I was looking at your tie rod when I got out, and I think it's bent.
Here's the commercial that we're not getting paid for. If you're trying to get old project car bolts off, go get yourself some of this.
Okay, that's cool, but what are we doing?
Right now?
That is yet to be addressed.
Hey Bubba, what are we doing?
Basically, Wooley put some 37-inch tires on this thing, but left the steering completely bone stock.
Way to go,
37-inch tires is kind of like
It's
hanging two oranges off of each side of a toothpick. It's kind of
Yeah.
what it is.
So the factory tire would have came, yay high. So it's got way more weight, and the factory steering is basically made out of like old coat hangers, basically. So we're gonna take and get rid of the tie rod, the drag link, the track bar. He does have an upgraded track bar, but we're gonna go all uniform. We're gonna go with Steer Smarts steering. Basically, Steer Smarts makes factory parts for Chevy. They make 5,500 for Chevy 5,500 joints, and they use those same joints in Jeeps. So basically, you have 1-ton axle components for your 37s, but everything works for the Jeep. So make sure all the angles are right. We're gonna upgrade the steering stabilizer. You destroyed your sway bar end links, so we're gonna put new sway bar end links on there.
Yeah, I'll show you that in a second. Apparently, this is not an ideal situation.
No, that's sloppy. That's sloppy like a girl that works at Waffle House.
This is part of the many problems up front here. There's supposed to be a bushing in there, and it got brittle. It was brittle upon purchase, and I just didn't want to deal with a headache. And then I went and looked the other day. It's completely gone. So this is your sway bar disconnect. So it's supposed to go down there and attach to that, but I just have it totally disconnected right now because it wasn't doing anybody any good with that bushing missing. So
I'm gonna show you, if we have time, I think we will, how to do an alignment with 2 levels that I bought from Harbor Freight and a tape measure.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's get to it.
Yep.
Scientifically speaking, IMS is bullshit, he says. No, but seriously, look at this, man. Like, if you're, all you ricers out there, look at how easy this stuff is to get to and work on. You got a stubby bumper, all you gotta do is take the tire off, you can get to everything.
Oh, you have a rugged drift cover?
Yeah, dude. The factory diff covers are like tin can.
They're literally made out of.
Like I bumped up, just backed up into one time and tore the back one. Or luckily I did not tear it. I just kind of like put a slow leak
You know
in
when
it.
your takeout food comes in from Mexican restaurants?
Yeah.
That's what they make the dip covers
like a
out of.
can.
So we're gonna take out our drag link and our tie rod, and you could use a pickle fork, which is like a little angled thing. You beat it in. It always tears these boots up, and it can dig into this metal. The better trick is take a hammer. Yeah. Alright, it's out.
There we go.
BFH. So a semi truck showed up at my house from Steer Smarts to give us a whole pallet of stuff. So literally everything we've taken off is getting replaced. It's all brand new in this, and all this is made in the U.S. in Michigan.
Beefy.
Beefy.
I think I have the tie rod.
You.
Look at that tie rod in.
God.
I think that's gonna wear out early. And then that's your old tie rod over there. That's the actual rod itself. That's what I say. This would have been on a 5,500 Chevy. They just cut it down to work for a Jeep.
You guys are like that, huh?
That looks like some tuner stuff.
Yeah, that looks like be underneath the back of my Honda.
So you know that other track bar we took out. Look at the threads on that.
Yeah.
What do you
Just
think?
to give you like a little bit of background, I called up Bubba, a week ago or so.
like 2
He was
weeks.
like, dude, I'm just not digging the way the front of this Jeep feels, and I don't know if it's slowly getting worse and I can't tell, or if something's broken, or if this is just the way it is. And he said, I know what you need.
All of this.
If anything, it's just painted nice.
I mean, yeah, it's red. The other one's black. This one clearly means
Old sway bar and link, new from Steer Smarts. The stabilizers are basically the same. This is the new drag link. The big thing is obviously this thicker diameter steel. So you can, when it's this thin, you hit a rock, you can actually have rebounding in the metal because it's gonna actually flex. And then the joints, factory joint, this is an upgraded joint, similar to like a tie rod into a 5500 Chevy. So really, really stiff. Then this is the old factory track bar. Well, actually an aftermarket one, but smaller basically. The big Yeti XD track bar, and then their tie rods in comparison. And they all have the bigger joints basically. So that's gonna take any vibration he feels out.
What are you doing, Bubba?
Oh, we just greasing it up, huh? You know up north they call this grease. Now here it's grease. Boy, I'm gonna grease it up.
And that's the sexiest pose I think I ever seen. Oh yeah. You can try to put on summer Hawaiian music all you want. It's still 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more bearable, doesn't it?
Nope.
This is a track bar relocation bracket. And the issue we're having is he has a truss, which is good. But this was meant to have a U-bolt go over the axle, which it's not going to do. So what we're contemplating doing is bolting it in and cutting off this section where the U-bolt would go in, and then later going back and welding it. Be plenty safe today because we're going to put 3 bolts in here to hold the bracket, and currently only 1 bolt holds the track bar. So this will give a relocation a nice place for the stabilizer, but most importantly, it's going to raise the track bar up, which is going to fix the angle to be the same as the drag link, which will eliminate bump steer.
Alright, it's been a minute since we've updated you guys. Wooley?
What?
He's
How
very
you doing?
pessimistic and negative. And I think it's because we turned reggae off. And he's hungry.
He hasn't had his
cracking on my
Diablos. We
belly.
haven't had the nachos
My
yet.
belly is tied to nachos. My soul is tied to reggae. He took them away from me, man.
I'm making him work.
Jeepin Bubba, what's the issue?
There's no issue. Wooley's just a complainer by nature.
Ouch.
Where did this go? No, he's right. Here's the secret with this.
So with this drag,
No, let me say it.
Oh,
It'll
you
make
say
me.
it.
It'll make me sound smart. I gotta say something
it's
smart.
a top
okay.
mount.
Yeah. So
No
this
drill.
This is a top mount, no drill. Your
Drag link.
factory drag link goes from the bottom up, like so. Has a similar bend. This one goes from the top down.
Using a taper, self-locking
That's right.
sleeve.
Uh-huh.
Oh, super trick. And this is going to help give the correct steering angles for a lifted Jeep.
Son of a bitch. Give me that 15. I have that 15.
Flat.
This was only supposed to take like 30 minutes. And then we were gonna go get nachos. But here we
Oh,
are.
I do have a bunch of frozen chicken nuggets in the house.
Not
Can you
kidding.
make nachos? We got behind. We'll catch back up when this all gets put back together.
Alright, let's flash back to earlier, to no reggae playing, to the smile on Wooley's
No
face
reggae.
right now.
Ah! Reggae Wooly is just swaying.
How's it feel? Come on. Stop
Man, that's mean.
Just come at me a little bit, drive forward. And just go a little bit. That's not too much. Well, basically on any vehicle over about 3 inches, your axle will start to shift one direction or another. That's just kind of the way the center of gravity works. So you can use a track bar, also known as a Panhard bar, to center the axle, and that's what we're doing here. So I'm measuring the distance from the outside of the tire to a spot on the frame, usually a coil bucket or a shock tower, something that's flat and the same on both sides. So I'm measuring from one side to the other and find that it's about 3/4 inch further that way. We'll split the difference, move it about 1/4 inch, on the track bar. By tightening the track bar, it'll move it to the driver. Loosening it, we'll push it towards the passenger. So we'll do that, and then we'll fix tow, and the last thing we can do is fix the steering wheel.
What's it looking like?
Dark? It's looking dark.
Why is it taking you so long? It's supposed to be 30 minutes and we were supposed to get nachos.
Cause I'm slowing Bubba down.
And Wooley measured for us, and we got the track bar perfectly centered. So the axle's
Yeah.
centered right now.
So right now, the straight axle, like we said, can shift. So right now it's centered, and he's working on getting the toe out of it. Because it's going
And then after that, fix the steering wheel, good to go.
Nachos.
Yeah,
Nachos.
steering wheel. So for toe, what we did was took a tape measure and run it from one level to the other. So what I do is I ratchet strap a level. I use the hub as my center guide. So I'll put the center of the level in the center of the hub and actually make it level. Then I'll ratchet strap it in, do it on the other side. And then what we do is we'll measure from the outside edge to the outside edge of the other side. We'll get a total measurement. For this one, it was 86 3/4. Then we'll measure the front. And what you want to do is make those even by adjusting the tie rod. When the back matches the front, basically on an alignment machine, you're probably within a couple thousandths of being right on the money. And with straight axle, that's good enough for us. So we've centered the axle and we've towed it so that it'll tow straight down the road. Now we'll let it down, tighten everything up. We will drive it, come back, and adjust steering wheel.
How'd the first little test feel?
Good.
It's able to do full articulation.
Feel tighter?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it feels much tighter. It turns all the way full. You get full lock each way, which is good. Now we're gonna try and get the steer, because this is straight. That is driving down the road straight, which is kind of a mind F. But yeah, we're gonna straighten that out.
All right, we're all cleaned up, packed up,
Really
ready to
tested.
go. Once again, Bubba, you're the man.
Yeah.
That's
You're
why
the
I wear
man.
the hat.
BlackBearOffroad.com,
That's
right?
That's right.
Jeepin Bubba on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Facebook.
No. Black Bear Offroad on Instagram. Or both?
Both. Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you sell on your website right now? Are you selling like camping gear at all yet? Or is
I
it
sell
strictly-
overland gear. There's a whole section of overland gear. You can buy fridges, like you put in the back of your Jeeps. You can buy axes, knives, tents, rooftop tents, as well as Toyota and Jeep parts.
Black Bear is like a young company, but this
Yeah.
guy came from JCR, and the vision for Black Bear, if I'm explaining this right,
Sure.
is to kind of be like, not just like they're throwing lift kits on Jeeps and
Yeah.
trucks and stuff, but like they're selling camping gear. And
I would like to be like 4-wheel parts meets REI.
Yeah. Wooley. Nachos.
oh, finally!
That's gonna be 2016.
Let's frame it. You and the sign.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's everything that I hoped it would be.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so we had our nachos. Got the parts on the Jeep.
Yeah, it actually, for the like 2 miles that we just drove it feels amazing. It's shoot, probably like the single biggest like change and feel that I've done to the Jeep. So I'm excited to get more miles on it and see how it actually translates on the road. But I'm pretty excited about it. It's worth the hassle for sure. It looks mean as hell when you look up at the front of the Jeep.
Once again, thanks to Jeepin Bubba, thanks to Steer Smarts / Black Bear Offroad. I guess we're gonna end it off here. You'll get to see more of that being put to the test once we do another wheeling video and see a little bit more on that snorkel right there. You haven't seen the install video on that, that's to come. But until next time, guys, have a good one.